Hello guys, welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about Infinite Stratos, A New Age of Warfare. So yeah, let's begin, shall we, ladies and gents? As we currently see Chifuyu, we currently see her as she's currently calling up the Japanese embassy, as she would say. We gone the boy, she would say. As after hearing that, they would say, "Good. So he's the one who made the machine, right?" And she would say, "Yes. Though I am surprised myself, since the thing is quite massive. In fact, it's probably about even more larger than a IS, especially since it's created for junkyard work." One of them would say, "Wait, junkyard work? I assumed that was for war or something." As she would say, "Nope. Apparently, it's just used for carrying out the simple task in the junkyard. After all, he did live in that place. Apparently, it also doesn't even use a IS core. Even she would say." Hearing that, one of them would say, "Are you serious?" Something of like that. It would probably, as she would say, "Don't worry. I've heard from him. Apparently, he doesn't really want to use it for war or any of that sort. But he is interested in maybe mass producing it for simple for both construction and that of search and rescue operations, or at least that's what he says." Hearing that, one of them would say, "I can certainly see how it could work, but at the same time, I certainly don't know why he would make it look like that, of all things." As she would say, "Doesn't matter, just as long as he's not using it for war or anything, is just great." After saying that, one of them would say, "So, about the boy. Um, he will be attending the IS Academy, right?" As she would say, "Yes, I know." As one of them would say, "So he's probably going to be a classmate of the first male IS pilot, right?" As she would say, "Yes, my brother." As saying that, one of them would finally say this: "If that's the case, let's see if he's able to try and upgrade an IS, especially since that technology that he's currently making, the what do they call it? The and it says that apparently the machine uses a hydrogen engine, not an IS core. It's quite remarkable. In fact, if I may say, it might even surpass that of a certain Shinono. As she would say, specifically that of Chifuyu. I mean, you're right. But he does, uh, but he does say he just wants to, what he calls as, improve life. And also try and, what he calls as, reinvent the wheel." As after hearing that, one of them would say, "So, what does he mean?" As she would say, apparently he wants to, and I quote, try and, how do I say this? Make a sort of, better version of the IS. Or at least make his own version. As we would go back to Vince, as we currently see him, as he's now getting ready to finally go on to land, as you'd say this to himself. "So, we're finally getting there." As saying that, you would look towards his desperado, as you would say, "Can't wait to finally upgrade you, and finally make you into a proper machine." Saying that, he would look towards the massive heat shovel, as he would say, "And soon, I might as well say this, since nobody's here. Soon, I'll be making the first mobile suit of this new land." As saying that, he would laugh a bit. And so we would go to another perspective. As we go towards the perspective of the IS Academy, as we currently see girls talking, saying, "Have you heard? Apparently there's going to be a boy coming in." One of them would say, "No way! What do you mean?" As one of them would say, "Yeah, apparently there's two boys coming in. One of them is able to use an IS and the other is apparently a special individual." As after hearing that, several people would be spreading this rumor. As then we would see a young man. None other than Dance McGee over. Yeah, to say the least, yeah, Ichika Orimura, aka the sister, I meant the brother of Chifuyu Orimura. Also, the first, also, by the way, Infinite Stratos was my first, my first ever, harem anime that I ever watched. Still nostalgic for it, but over time, yep. Oh god, sometimes I wonder, how is Ichika more dense than maybe what's his name? As we currently see that at Ichika, as he would say, "So, did you heard about the two new male students?" As he would say a bit, curious. As he would say it towards his childhood friend. As it would be none other than Hoki Shinonono. As she would say, yeah, I did heard, but I'm not exactly sure why they would allow a man, specifically one that doesn't even pilot a mobile, I meant pilot an IS to even join. She would ask, still kind of confused why they would allow a person, specifically a man, that doesn't even use an IS, just like Ichika and the other one, to join the IS Academy in the first place. As one of them, specifically that of... As we currently see, that of... Let me just double check her name. Honestly, I absolutely kind of hate her. In this case, Lin Ying... I mean, Ling Ying Yin Huang. Honestly, I'm still kind of I'm just gonna call her just Rin. Mostly due to the anime. So, as Rin would look towards Ichika, she should say, yeah, I can definitely see how, but honestly, I'm just wondering why even a boy like him is even going to be coming to the school in the first place. As Ichika would say, both of you guys, I think maybe he's just, how do I see it? He would say, as before they can continue on talking, Chifuyu will finally arrive. As she would say, "Alright, all of you please be careful." Alright, all of you, just go back to your seats and let's get ready for class. But before she can say anything else, she would look towards everybody as, Rin would start leaving, going back to her class. As she would say, "Before we start class, we'll be introducing two new students to this class." After saying it, she would look towards the door as somebody would come in. The act that cemented his place in history as one of antiquity's most brazenly evil figures came in 281 BC. As a young blonde man, quote unquote, as he would come in and would say, I was about to say Guten Tag. No, that was not French. I was meant to say was Bonjour. My name is. I was about to say some. Oh God. My name is Charlotte Dumas. It's nice to meet you all. He would say, and I'm not gonna do it in the French accent, unfortunately, because I don't. I really miss my French accent, but I kind of forgot it over time due to several reasons. As after saying that, all of the girls would instantly start screaming, except for, hokey. And another person that will not be named yet. As all of them would say, "Oh my god, she's so cute." One of them would say, as after Shifuyu told him to shut up, another person would finally come into the room. None other than our protagonist. As he would be wearing a simple IS style uniform, or at least somewhat. It's still a bit modified due to the fact that he's not technically a student, but more or less it's basically like Ichika's like uniform, but except with the overall still on, and also a few of his like tools are with him. As you would say, the name's Vince Anstenbold. It's nice to meet you all, he would say. As after saying that, all of the girls would also instantly start screaming, saying, "Oh my god!" Some of them would say, obviously due to the fact that, um, even in the anime, specifically Gundam the Origin, he seriously looks really, well, no homo, kind of hot. As after saying his name, he would look towards Chifuyu, as he would say, "So where may I sit? Where may I sit?" He would say, as she would look towards a seat next to Ichika, as he would say this to himself. "So that's the first IS pilot that's a man. I wonder if he's interested in piloting one of my mobile suits someday." After saying that to himself, he would sit right next to him, as he would say, "So, you're Ichika, right?" As he would say, "Oh, hi, dude. So, you're the," as he would say, "Yeah, I'm not able to wield a mobile, I meant AIS, but I'm quite special myself," he would say. As one of them would ask, or in this case, Ichika would say, "Oh, cool." As after saying it, he would look towards, another person right beside him. In this case, none other than the other male student, quote unquote. As the, boy, quote unquote, Charles would look at him and would say, "Nice to meet you," he would say. As, one of them would ask, "So, you're the second boy that's able to use an IS? Nice to meet you," he would say. Said Ichika friendly. As we currently see that of, Vince, as he would look towards him and would say, "Nice to meet you too, Mr. Dumois," he would say. As, Charles would just look at him and say, "Oh, don't call me by that name. The name's just call me Charles. It's quite too formal." As you'd say, "Very well." As saying that, the class would begin. So, after class, as everybody is about to leave, all of the girls would start approaching that of, Vince, as you would ask, "May I ask why you're here?" And one of them would say, "Yeah, I heard that you're not able to use an IS, so why are you here? Why are you here?" One of them would ask, as all of them would be approaching him instantly. As he would say, "Well, ladies, I'm quite busy. I have to go to the, med bay first before I can," but before he can actually, move out of the way, he would get approached by someone. As we, as he sees a girl right in front of him, aka second best girl. Honestly, I consider her as second. Take a guess who's first. Anyway, continuing on, as she would say, "So, you're the boy that's not able to use an IS, but is still allowed in the academy. Seriously, why do you even allow a person like you here?" she would say. As after hearing that, Vince would look at her and would say, um, "So, why did you approach me exactly? Besides just annoying me?" He would say, a little bit annoyed and somewhat pissed off. And so we'll be ending off this episode right off here, guys. So yeah, Bye bye!